Imagine finding that your blood carries a secret that goes far beyond genetics and traditional medicine. Something that can reveal your connection with ancient civilizations, indicate traces of your spiritual code, and even influence your compatibility with other souls. What science considers only a biological fluid can actually contain marks of ancestral memories, specific vibrational frequencies, and clues about its mission in this existence. Have you ever felt that you don't completely belong to this world? That there is a call within you, an echo of something larger that cannot explain? Maybe your star DNA keeps answers you never imagined searching. Civilizations such as Atlantis and Lemuria knew the mysteries of the blood and used this knowledge to access higher dimensions and improve their interdimensional connection. But why has this knowledge lost over time? And what can he reveal about you? Science and spirituality seem to be in a constant clash, but what if both were just holding different pieces of the same puzzle? Can the HR factor be an indicative of extraterrestrial strains? Can the blood type influence your intuition and perception? And, most surprisingly, can your blood compatibility influence your relationships and even the encounter with your soul mate? Get ready for a journey that challenges everything you have learned so far. You are about to understand that the blood that runs in your veins is not just a vital liquid, it is a portal for mysteries that few dare to explore. There are those who see blood only as a biological fluid, but this is only the surface of an ocean of mysteries. Within each drop, there is a hidden code, a trace of ancestral memories that shape not only our physiology but also our spiritual journey. Blood carries with it the cosmic energy that resonates in higher dimensions, functioning as a portal between what we are now and what we have been in past lives. Ancient civilizations knew this and used this knowledge for healings, rituals, and even to identify specific spiritual lineages. If we look at the traditions of ancient peoples, we will realize that blood has always been linked to spiritual pacts and divine strains. In Egypt, it was believed that Pharaoh had a star DNA, inherited directly from the gods. Among the Celts, royal blood was considered a channel for interdimensional connection. To this day, certain spiritual orders preserve this view, analyzing blood compatibility as a determining factor in the transmission of spiritual gifts and the awakening of intuition and perception. But what does this mean in practice? It means that your blood typing is not a biological chance. It can reveal its mission, its hidden skills, and even energy patterns that influence your personal vibration. If you have already felt an inexplicable connection with certain cultures, philosophies, or even times you have not lived, your blood may be echoing vibrational frequencies that transcend this existence. The study of science versus spirituality has begun to reveal these correlations, challenging the limits of conventional knowledge. What if your bloodline could say something about your cosmic origins? If it were possible to map patterns between souls that share the same RH factor and understand how it influences the evolution of consciousness? These questions may seem bold, but many answers are already before us, just hoping that we are ready to see them. After all, the blood not only circulates by the body, it tells a story that goes far beyond what we imagine. If blood carries secrets on our journey, then the blood type is the energy signature that connects us to different cosmic patterns. Each blood type vibrates at a single frequency, functioning as a spiritual code that aligns us with certain energy influences. Some traditions believe that it determines not only our personality, but also our intuitive skills, our challenges, and even our compatibility with certain souls. This would explain why some people feel instant affinities, as if they had already found themselves in other dimensions. In Eastern culture, the blood type has always been seen as a reflection of the character and mission of life. In Japan, for example, many companies analyze the blood type of candidates to better understand their psychological traits. But this perception goes beyond human behavior. If we observe ancient esoteric manuscripts, we will see that different spiritual strains had specific blood standards, as if each group had an interdimensional connection with a certain cosmic order. This reinforces the idea that our blood typing can be a clue about our star origins. Imagine that blood is a cosmic radio, tuned to a specific station. People with the same blood type tend to share similar ancestral memories, which can influence their dreams, intuitions, and even their spiritual tendencies. Who has never felt an inexplicable call for a place, a time, or a philosophy that has never studied deeply? This sensation can be a reflection of the vibrational frequencies contained in star DNA, something science begins to explore from the perspective of epigenetics and cellular memory. But if the blood type is a code, what exactly does it unlock? Some believe it may indicate our role within the great puzzle of existence. Some are spiritual guardians, others are messengers of knowledge, and there are those whose function is precisely to transit between these worlds. The question is, what does your spiritual code say about you? To answer this, you need to look deeper, and explore what each blood type actually represents. Among all blood types, O carries an ancestral energy that refers to the first civilizations that have walked over the earth. Those who have this blood are said to be the spiritual guardians of Atlantis and Lemuria, as if they bear the ancestral memories of these advanced peoples. The vibration of this blood type resonates with a primitive force, a direct connection with the roots of humanity. Perhaps this is why many who have this blood feel an inexplicable call to protect, lead and preserve the hidden knowledge of our history. If we look at the old lineages, we will see that type O blood was predominant among warriors, shamans, and priests. Indigenous peoples and traditional cultures often point to a special connection between those who carry this blood and its ability to survive, calculated instinct and strong intuition and perception. It is no coincidence that people with this blood type are often resilient, endowed with a cosmic energy that drives them to act, often guided by an invisible force. They carry a vibrational frequency that makes them naturally protective and strategist. In the modern world, this inheritance manifests itself in the form of an intense desire of freedom and autonomy. Many type blood individuals have an almost uncontrollable need to explore, lead, and transform the environment around them. They feel uncomfortable with imposed limitations and usually thrive in papers where they can make decisions on their own. If you have this blood and have already felt that you were born to lead or protect something bigger, perhaps this is a direct inheritance of your ancestors who have walked among the ruins of Atlantis. But if type O blood is attached to ancient civilizations, what about other blood types? Each carries a unique role, a mission connected to different levels of consciousness and interdimensional realities. If type O is the guardian of the origins, then what would be those who bring with it the brands of cosmic travel? To understand this, we need to look at the type A blood. They say that those with type blood carry it in their star DNA, the echo of cosmic travel, as if their souls have been shaped by experiences beyond this planet. This blood type is often associated with a more refined energy, an open channel for higher dimensions and subtle perceptions. People with this blood tend to have a strong interdimensional connection, often feeling displaced in this world, as if they had come from elsewhere. No wonder many of them are interested in topics such as meditation, astronomy, and spirituality, trying to decipher the origin of this sense of belonging to something much greater. If we look at old cultures, we will realize that type A blood has always been linked to societies focused on knowledge and innovation. People like the Sumerians, who claimed to have received teachings from the gods that came from heaven, had a rich lineage of this blood type. Some esoteric researchers believe that this blood may contain hidden information about our interactions with extraterrestrial civilizations, storing vibrational frequencies that resonate with the cosmic energy of different star systems. In everyday life, this influence manifests itself in many ways. People with type blood usually have keen intuition and extreme sensitivity to environments and emotions. They can capture invisible vibrations, anticipate events, and even feel when someone is hiding something. If you have experienced moments of knowing without knowing how you know, your genetics may be acting as a cosmic antenna, tuning information from higher levels of consciousness. This explains why many of these people are attracted to topics such as science versus spirituality, trying to find a bridge between the mystic and the rational. But if type A carries the mark of the travelers of the stars, there is a blood group that seems to act as guardian of even more specific knowledge, coming from one of the most mentioned star systems in spiritual traditions, Sirius. What is so special in this type of blood, and what is your mission on this planet? This leads us to the enigmatic blood type B. Type B blood carries a singular energy, as if it were a spiritual container ready to receive direct knowledge of the stars. Many believe that this blood type has a strong connection with Sirius's star system, one of the most mentioned in ancient traditions such as Egyptian and Dogon. It is not uncommon for people with this blood to feel an inexplicable attraction by mysteries of the universe, alchemy, esoteric studies, and themes that challenge conventional understanding. They not only question reality, they feel within themselves that there is much more than we were taught. If we analyze ancient peoples, we will see that Sirius has always been treated as a point of origin of wisdom. The Egyptians associated the star with the goddess Isis, guardian of the secrets of life and death. The Dogons in Africa had advanced astronomical knowledge about Sirius even before modern science confirmed them. Interestingly, many of these peoples also identified type B blood as special, as if carrying a different vibrational frequency, attuned to hidden truths. For those who have this blood, this interdimensional connection can manifest through deep insights, symbolic dreams, and even healing skills. In the modern world, type B blood individuals are often innovative and independent, moved by an incessant search for meaning. They often feel that they do not fit the standards of society, as their mind operates uniquely, seeing invisible patterns and questioning limiting beliefs. If you have this blood and have already felt that your way has never been conventional, it may be because your energy frequency resonates with a different purpose, perhaps awakening those around you for forgotten truths. But if type B blood is a guardian of Sirius's knowledge, what about those who carry within itself the fusion of different blood strands? There is a group that acts as alchemists of duality, connecting the past and the future, science and spirituality, logic and intuition. This is the mystery of blood type AB. Type AB blood is a true paradox in biological form. It combines characteristics of types A and B, functioning as a bridge between two worlds, logic and intuition, tradition and innovation, matter and cosmic energy. It is no surprise that people with this blood often feel as observers of reality, seeing patterns and connections that others do not realize. It is the alchemists of duality, capable of transiting between different states of consciousness and transforming knowledge into applicable wisdom. Throughout history, the few who carried this blood were seen as special beings, as they seemed to understand both the mysteries of the cosmos and human complexities. In many spiritual traditions, it is believed that blood abounds with high vibrational frequencies, making these people naturally more sensitive to the energy around them. They have sharp intuition and perception and can capture subtle information that goes unnoticed to most. They are often divided between the desire to delve into scientific studies and the irresistible attraction by spiritual and philosophical themes. This duality also manifests itself in the way these people interact with the world. They can be extremely analytical and at the same time, deeply emotional. They can understand opposite perspectives without being attached to limiting dogmas or beliefs, which makes them natural mediators in conflict and tireless seekers of the truth. This rare balance causes AB blood individuals to be catalyzers of the evolution of consciousness, uniting science versus spirituality in a way that few can understand. But what about your connection with other realities? There is a blood factor that can indicate an even more direct connection with higher dimensions, functioning as a kind of cosmic antenna. What happens when this factor is present? The mystery deepens when we talk about the HR factor and its influence on the interdimensional connection. Among the mysteries of the blood, the negative HR factor is one of the most intriguing. Only a small percentage of the population carries this feature, and many believe this is no coincidence. People with negative HR often report unusual spiritual sensitivity, as if they were true cosmic antennas capturing higher signs. Some esoteric traditions suggest that this blood factor may be a trace of star strains, a genetic trait that indicates a single interdimensional connection, separating these individuals from the rest of humanity. If we analyze the story, we will realize that real and priestly strains used to value, and even preserve, the presence of the negative RH factor. Many kings, spiritual leaders and shamans had this trait, as if it were linked to an enlarged capacity of intuition and perception. People with negative HR often report unusual experiences, such as premonitory dreams, intense VU sensations and a natural affinity for studies on cosmic energy and vibrational frequencies. Some say that science does not yet fully understand the biological and spiritual differences between positive and negative HR, which only feeds more theories about its origin. In practice, individuals with this blood factor may have a greater difficulty in fitting into conventional social standards. They often carry a strong sense of mission, as if they had been programmed to something bigger. In addition, some curious research suggests that these people have slightly lower body temperature, greater resistance to certain diseases and even a different type of electromagnetic field around their body. Would these evidence be that negative HR is a trace of souls that have already walked through different realities? But if blood can determine so much about our spiritual and energetic connection, does it also influence our relationships? What if blood compatibility were a determining factor in finding a soul mate? The answer may surprise. What if love was much more than a simple emotional affinity? Many spiritual traditions believe that compatibility between soul mates may be written in the blood. The blood type and HR factor not only affect health, but also the vibrational frequencies of an individual, influencing the cosmic energy he emits. This theory suggests that certain blood types harmonize better with each other, creating stronger interdimensional connections, while others can generate challenges that test the couple's spiritual growth. In Japanese culture, for example, there are those who choose partners based on the blood type, believing that this compatibility may indicate greater tune in relationships. In the esoteric realm, some souls seem to be attracted to each other not only by physical or emotional magnetism, but for an ancestral energy recognition. People who share ancestral memories may feel an inexplicable connection from the first date, as if their spirits have already been found many times over the ages. Interestingly, there are records of couples who, when investigating their blood lineages, discovered surprising patterns. Some descend from ancient civilizations such as Atlantis and Lemuria, while others realize that their union reflects the balance between science versus spirituality. Moreover, genetics teaches us that blood compatibility is crucial to the pregnancy and health of descent, something that ancient societies already seem to understand intuitively. Was this knowledge used to strengthen specific spiritual lineages? If blood contains such profound information about our origin and purpose, it can also indicate with whom we share the most significant ties of existence. After all, is finding the soul mate just a matter of destiny, or is there a hidden spiritual code that guides us in this search? And now that you have discovered all this, the question that remains is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you keep seeing your blood just as a biological fluid, or will you look at it as the cosmic key it really is? The truth is that your blood typing can carry information that explains a lot about your energy, your mission, and even the meetings you have in this life. But more important than just knowing, it is using this information to expand your conscience. Have you tried to investigate your ancestry? Or pay more attention to the connections that arise in your life? The simple fact of observing patterns can lead you to incredible discoveries. And if you have been moving out, it may be time to accept that your cosmic energy vibrates at a different frequency, and this is not a mistake, but a sign that you have something special to wake up. So tell me, what was the most powerful insight you had with all this? Can you see how your blood type can be linked to your intuition and perception? What's more, have you noticed any connection between your blood compatibility and the relationships you had throughout your life? I want to know your opinion. If this content has moved you, subscribe to the channel and enable notifications, because we still have much more to explore. The knowledge that few people have access is here, and you are exactly where it should be to receive it.